Hey, it's Joseph. I'm hanging out in our studio, and I want to share with you a little bit about the pocket-worn trading card project. Over the past month, I have bought a bunch of old packs of cards, and I've opened a bunch more than I have recorded on film, and I have been taking them and setting aside my favorites and the ones I want to keep for later or use later on in their own place, and taking all the duplicates and extras and ones I thought would look really rad once they've been shuffled around aside. So now I have this giant stack of trading cards, and it's like a recipe book that's comprised of all my favorite foods. I picked all the ingredients. The ingredients for this giant mass would be the Hildebrandt Brothers 1994 Marvel Masterpiece cards, the Fleer 1994 Marvel Masterpiece cards, the 1993 Silver Surfer cards, the 1990 whatever Batman Legends of the Dark Knight trading cards, some G.I. Joe trading cards, and Todd McFarlane Spider-Man cards, Ghost Rider 2 trading cards, and the DC Bloodlines trading cards, and the DC Cosmic Teams trading cards, also from '94. So I have pretty much everything that I gave a crap about when I was 9 and 10 years old, and I've mixed it all together. You know, some of this I'm intimately familiar with, some of it I actually don't know, and I'm excited about figuring it out. By the end of the summer, I'll probably have memorized the facts on the back of every one of these cards, unless I've traded them away or lost them or damaged them beyond repair in the process of card life. So what I mean by card life and what I mean by the pocket-worn trading card project is I have a love for ephemeral things. I love detritus, and I like how worn things look. I'm a mixed media artist, so I really care about trashy details. And by trashy details, I mean, well, things are falling apart. It's part of it. It's a process. It's good to see it fade, and it's good to see things wear. And trading cards are like little micro-universes. You know, each one of these little trading cards is a window to another reality. And when you are carrying around these little windows with you, and you can watch that reality become fused with your reality. You know, the dirt from your fingers will start to show eventually. The scuffing from your jeans or your t-shirt is going to wear those edges, and it's going to become just worn. I think my parents probably threw away most of my cards when I was a kid because they ended up getting bent and turned into trash. I've thrown away cards even now as I'm an ephemeral collector. Man, sometimes things don't look right when they get messed up, but sometimes they look beautiful. So for me, like when you put a crystal or a rock in a tumbler and you hope it ends up being a really smooth, pretty gemstone, I'm hoping that I can whittle this stack down into a nice, comfortable size deck of cards for myself. You know, it's like finding a good walking stick. I don't know how many would be in a perfect deck. I'm assuming around 40 cards maybe, based on playing card games or something like that. Who can really say? I don't know. I think for me it's going to be about how long do I want to be entertained, how many do I usually shuffle through when I have a minute. You know, when I'm talking to people or sharing my cards with someone, what's the good amount? What cards end up looking cooler after they've been in your pocket for a while? Will my hologram cards be cooler, or will some of my more flat cards be cooler? I mean, I just don't know. I'm curious to see how they mix together, you know, in contrast to one another. And that's the other point of trading cards for artists, or for thinkers or storytellers, or for anyone really, is that as you shuffle these cards, your combinations of meanings and the symbols that you're going to see and the colors together will change. And I'm someone who really enjoys talking about art, and I like talking about spiritual things and symbols and blah blah blah. I like that. And when I first started getting into trading cards again as an adult, I did it because I was trying to stop drinking. And it was a nice thing for me to carry to public because I didn't really do cell phones. I still don't really do cell phones very much. And I don't smoke, so I needed something to I needed an escape too. So I found my old trading cards, really, that a friend gave me. On a whim, I started carrying them around, and I started not caring so much if they got messed up, and they kind of became a thing for me. And it provided me a way of talking to people about what I do. You know, as a comics maker and someone who loves everything like to do with comics, I don't always feel open about it. And then I became open with it. And I wanted to give my first tip for anyone out there who's interested in doing some pocket-worn experiments themselves. Pocket doesn't mean pocket. Pocket-worn is the title I've given this. It means that you need to carry it somewhere. But I want you to take them out, shuffle them, lay them down in front of you, hand them to somebody, trade them back and forth, give them away. Not all of them, you know, anywhere. If you notice here, this is a #1 conversation starter. Someone could look at me and say, hey man, can I bum a cig? I don't have any cigarettes. And they'll look at me confused and I'd be like, but I got some trading cards. And my dad actually, when I was a kid, he kept cigarettes there. And I learned that trading cards could fit there. I actually had a piece of wood that I kept in my pocket. That was cool until I had trading cards. Thank God for trading cards. So I've been keeping these and that up in my sleeve for about a day. This is actually the top of this massive stack. I'm starting with this many. It seemed about right. It actually seems a bit thick for me because in the pants pocket, not quite right. How it ended up here. But I figure after about a week, I'll have split this in half. I'll have probably given a couple to my cousin. You know, I don't know. Who knows? I actually have friends coming on Thursday. I'll probably want to bedazzle them with my trading cards, and the stack will get shorter. Man, they're so cool. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to whittle this stack down with use and trading and talking all summer. And every now and then, when a card starts to look really interesting with wear, I'll share it with you and let you see exactly what I'm talking about. Because just talking about it is just talking about it. I really wish I could just show you. But it's going to take time. And I'm excited about it. So that's it. That's the pocket-worn trading card project. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to share it with you. And that's it. Over. Video. End. Doesn't work by voice. Push the little button.